lies, I miss the whispers I let die, I miss the moments we let slide. Oh, why? I was a fool with a clock for a heart, taking time away, tearing us apart. I know I've been a glitch, a ghost, a phase, but I'm here now in 1,000 ways. Outside your window playing my tune, I'm sorry I left, I'm sorry too soon. Please see, I see what I did before. You're the melody I can't ignore. I was spinning in my own little world, forgot the gold I had in my girl. I was blind, static filled my mind, but I hear the song now, it's crystal clear. Every note of you is what I hold dear. Outside your window playing my tune, I'm sorry I left, I'm sorry too soon. Please see, I see what I did before. You're the melody I can't ignore. I was spinning in my own little world, forgot the gold I had in my girl. I was blind, static filled my mind, but I hear the song now, it's crystal clear. Every note of you is what I hold dear. Call me cdrom, call me what you will, but I'll keep rewinding till you feel that every story's real, every note I play.
You know, you ever just look at something and you want to laugh at it, but you can't because it's not even about it being cringe. It's more like you can't even like muster the energy to laugh at it, so you just like, I won't say anything. I'm just let it be. That's how I felt. Now, clearly, as this, I guess, quote unquote, storyline progresses, things will change, but we'll get into that when we get into that. So here we have cdrom playing an AI song, which now that I think about it, and I think when I was first watching this, I was like, this is scripted. It was clearly scripted, or it was just sort of improv. And if it was, good on cdrom. He played us for a fool. And I mean, like, you know, obviously when we get into it, I'll probably say my opinions all over again, but it's gonna be one of those days. It's gonna be one of those days of this particular set of streams to come. But we're gonna move on. Or not really move on from Tech Talk just yet, but we will.
Way too heavy to hold for too long. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Lolcow Tech Talk. Welcome to the Kernel Panic of the YouTube Technology Podcast sector. Good morning. Friday, August 8th. How are you? Because you're probably doing better than I am. You can probably tell by the circles under my eyes that I haven't been sleeping well, and that I'm entirely bothered. What the hell can you do about it, right? When you just want to make things right, and all of your gestures kind of go unnoticed. At least that's what it feels like. The suit, the music, flowers. What else can you do? What else can you do when you want something and you break it and you just want to fix it, right? can't wallow in pity forever, and I understand that. But when this is the place that you want to be, or that you feel like you're in for a little while, it's what else can you do?
Yeah.
Isn't he? He's waiting on something.
Yeah.
So if
He
it's
said he
something
couldn't see.
bad, yeah. So if it's something bad, then it's good. It's a good thing, right? Because hopefully something will be done about it if it's really truly bad. So you
Yep.
know what they say, good things happen when you know, the good comes out of something bad. So look at it that way.
Very
But
true.
CD, don't quote yourself off on it, because you never know. This door may shut on that Radio Sega,
Mhm.
but another one may open somewhere else.
It might. Maybe I'll use this as an opportunity to start Federation frequency, because I've been playing with that for a long time.
There you go.
So I might do that. I don't know. I have to see what comes of it. Grant says, do the conventions as Tech Talk and promote the LCU. I can try, but I don't know if that's going to work any better. Because Keemstar's
LCUs are coming around.
Keemstar's got a reputation, good and bad, so I don't know how well that would work.
I
Rastov,
just watch videos.
Oh.
Super chatted $9.99. CD, thanks
I must
for
say too,
saving my
CD,
dog
you
the
look
other
very
day,
swish in
and
your
I'll
suit.
make sure to pay back the
I know,
$100,000 you let me borrow. You're such a great guy.
what the what? I forgot to turn.
What's that?
That was my fault. I turned the TTS piping through Discord off, and then I turned it back on mid donation. CD, thanks for saving my dog the other day. I'll make sure to pay back the other $100,000 you let me borrow. You're such a great guy.
Nice.
All right. So obviously, after he did his little musical thing, he kind of went into a bit of a pity party, where this young lady and the Wonder Woman would later on come around to kind of cheer him up, which I think was necessary, right? I think no matter what, regardless of what's going to happen later on in this video, I think at least at the time, I think it's a good thing, right? I think in a weird way that I think for some of the hosts, right, that they have an opportunity where they have a whole crew of people that's always going to be behind their back to take care of them. And I'm not sure about what cdrom life is like behind the scenes, right? I don't know what his life behind the scenes, but I think he's glad, even though this, so some people this may be viewed as scripted, I think he's still glad nevertheless to have an audience or people to come to help him. Which, if you're not careful, you can become parasocial. But I believe, but again, we're not going to talk about that. And obviously, Wonder Woman is always a very supportive figure within the LCU. I think of all the women I can think of and all the, I guess, side characters, I think you can't deny that she is sort of this very much wholesome, I guess, like kind of the heart of that community. Like, not like the center point, but like, you know what I mean, metaphorically, she's kind of like this heart of the LCU, or the soul of the LCU, in that in that community sense. But I don't know, I'm just going off of what I feel. And obviously later on, the younger woman, right, would continue to speak to CD-ROM to cheer him up. And I think no matter what, that's a good thing, to cheer up somebody that you really like and you really enjoy their content. But we gotta move on.
She wasn't begging. Then what the do you call it? What do you call going show to show to show to show, throwing a tantrum that Rewind isn't covering you?
Wait.
How are we spreading
Hold on.
misinformation?
She
No.
wasn't-
You know what, Ludium? I'm going to ignore you. Put it on the back of a 20 if you want to talk shit, because you are just a crybaby.
Oh, and I wish you would, cause Lord, I got some shit I want to say to you. But you know what? I'm not. You're not worth it.
Right.
Good morning, bees.
So, Minty, she started shit with us. I honestly don't give a shit about her feud with Rewind. But we commented on it yesterday because it was something that happened. And we're 100 always going to cover something, that happens. I'm sorry. If you don't like it, go to a different show.
Especially if our name is brought up.
Yes.
You may get a pass if our name is not brought up, but you bring up our name, you best believe we are going to
Address it.
rewind it.
Yeah.
Which obviously, evidently, we do a fabulous job at rewinding. So there's that.
And it's
Yeah.
like, we're not, and Gidgy, we're not rewinding. We've commented on something you said.
It's commentary.
It's called commentary.
It's what we do.
It's reaction. That's what the fuck we're here for. You know,
It is
you may
what
be here to put
we
pies in your face, but
do.
I'm not here to put pies in my face, okay?
Mm-mm.
And second, why is it so hard to believe that Angie and I did not? Well, actually, I don't know how Angie felt. I'm not going to put words in her mouth and say how she felt, but I did not want to be on Queens. I was forced to try out for Queens, and Rastov will say this. Rastov will defend me because he messaged the interns and said, if the interns do not try out for Queens, I will take your intern role away. And I wanted to stay in the universe. I wanted to leave the door open. So yes, I did try out for Queens. At that point, yes, Tina chose me to be on Queens with her. I didn't want to be on Queens, but I stuck it out and I helped. I ran OBS for her. I joined panels.
Mhm.
I did not want Tina to be left out to dry because of what the fuck he did to her. And thank you, Christina. Welcome to Van World. I was on the live that Roxy and Becky.
So everybody's talking about Gidget, and I think most of the stream or most of the video, I don't know why I say stream, but a lot of these streamed either dealt with Gidget or was something completely dealing with something different or dealing with cdrom. One of those three. Trust me, when we get into nerds, you'll understand what I mean when we get into nerd. But right now, we're just talking about Chubby. And I do remember when AMAC, whatever. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry if I misname you or not misname or mispronounce. If you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say. I do apologize, AMAC. There you go. No, not AMAC. ASMAC. Oh, who cares? I do apologize. I'm trying to be nice. I do remember when you did. I didn't realize that you were forced into it because of Rastov. Because this kind of makes sense now that I think about it. Right now, that makes more sense. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Because, yeah, you know, when you're on Queens, you're going to make a fool of yourself. No matter what, right? It doesn't matter who's going to be on Queens. You're always going to make a fool of yourself. Now, on the other end, the whole thing with Gidget, I think a lot of it's kind of forced. I think what it is on one hand, I think Gidget did feel a certain way. And I know a lot of people are calling her Becky 2.0. Personally, I don't feel that way at all. I think if anything, because I remember it was Xylee who said that like Gidget is fast tracking herself to Becky, right? I think, and we'll get into tests, I believe when we get into tests with iVixie, I think she even mentioned it, but personally, I did not feel that way. I think what Gidget is doing, she's using Becky tactics to get the attention, but she's not being Becky herself. You know what I mean? It's like you're using people's tactics that were used previously to achieve the same result while still keeping yourself so relatively the same. I don't know.
Calling you earlier when I was on my way to get coffee and it was like breaking up and I couldn't really hear anything, so I just left.
Oh, yeah. Understandable.
Yeah, everything was shit in the bed.
Good drama this morning, huh?
Oh, God.
Hey, it goes good with your coffee, huh? Drama and coffee.
It definitely does. It definitely does.
So, how you feeling about it, Keem?
You know, I might sound like I'm just trying to keep the peace or something, but I'm not. I just see both sides.
I know you're not trying to keep the peace. I know you love the war. You said it last night.
I see both sides, right? So when Gidget and Queens, they had a run of like, you know, doing the pies and doing stuff like that. Rewind said, okay, well, we're not going to cover that. And then they got into a habit of that, and then they didn't cover anything. So they were missing like good stuff that was happening on Queens for God, like 2 weeks, maybe. Like, you know, it was a while, right? And Tina and Gidgey got into an epic fight, and I barely know about this, right? Because you know, the way my schedule is now is I do my show, and then as soon as I'm done with my show, I go out to eat, right? That's when I do dinner, soon 8 p.m. every single day. So I don't really get a chance to watch Queens anymore. And I didn't know that there was this big feud. Like I found out about it from like Cafe or something else. So I get where Gidgey's coming from. But I also get kind of where Rewind's coming from, and it's just a clusterfuck. Like Gidgey did get gaslit though. She did, in my opinion, right? Because they were telling her, they're like, "Oh, well, if you want us to cover something, you need to come up here." They were like, "You need to do our job for us." And I was like, what? Like that made no sense.
Right. Yeah, and I get where Gidgey's coming from, but it's like, also you got to understand that if you pitch a fit like this, people are going to talk about you, which may be what she wanted.
And then takes a.
I think what did Amax said or Keemstar said that I think the whole throwing a fit was kind of part of the plan. I think if you want to get attention, crying and throwing a fit and saying, "Oh, why aren't you covering? Why aren't you covering me?" It's one way to get people attention. Starting a fit. I mean, starting not a fit. It's starting a war. Though I don't think she meant to start a war. I think it was just sort of a product of it anyway. Like, well, you're already balls deep to it. You may as well continue at this point because hey, it's bringing people on your channel. Now, on the other hand, I may also have to say that, like, even with that, right, even with that info on hand, I think what Keem said that, yeah, you can actually understand what both sides are coming from. Like, that is something I would agree because, like, well, you know, you have a bunch of show throughout the day, right? Because Rewind starts from 10 to 12, right? It's a 2-hour show. It goes from 10 to 12. 10 to 12. So it's technically kind of the last show. Well, not really the last show. I feel like the way things are structured, it makes it very confusing because I believe right after that is 12 to 2. 12 to 2 is 12 to 2 is, oh my god, why is my brain so slow? Is Ginger, and then 2 to 4 is obviously Aussy. 4 to 6, you know what I mean, from there onward. So it kind of puts it at the technically not the last show of the day, but that would be Aussy. But then you can see Aussy is the last, but the first show of the night. It's such a confusing headache. I would even say that, like, me covering Aussy the way I do kind of makes no sense, but I do it anyway, even though I kind of doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean. So, you know, they have a whole bunch of shows. What is it, like, 12 different shows, 6 different shows, something like that. Like, just a whole lot of shows for them to cover. With them almost no break. Like, if everything went back to the hour and a half, they'll have more shows to cover, but then I mean, like, they have less time to cover. It just creates a headache where they have to be selective. Just like how you could kind of compare it to when, like, Nintendo back in the 80s and 90s, where they were very selective of which game that publishers were allowed to, right? I think it was like every company was only allowed to publish 5 games a year. So something similar like that, right? So I guess in a way Rewind is like that, but again, like, I think it was a Gidget, or I think it was Your Mama said that, like, there was that time where, like, Rewind did spend like 30 minutes complaining that they were unable to cover stuff, where you could have spent that 30 minutes, even if you're going by, like, say, like 1.5 speed, you could easily cover a general idea of most of the stuff, right? You can cover everything but you know, I'm not the one who runs Rewind. I don't know. I still kind of think Rewind should be broken up, but let's move on.
Different shows who are rewinding, and we're still not getting covered. So what the fuck, right? But I do think a lot of it is Gigi. I think Thrifty said it really well. A lot of it is the way Gigi said it. Like, her delivery came off very defensive about it. Like, we've obviously had these, but I'm not gonna like make a whole big issue about it. If I want a clip, I guarantee you I want shown on Rewind. I send it directly to Xylee so I can make sure it gets shown. So if I
All right.
No, you know what's funny?
Wrong one.
I was literally watching Nerds yesterday, and I was like, we need to go over this shit with Buff in the car. So
Oh yeah, I'm planning on it.
I do wanna cover them. I love Nerds, and I do love Queens now that Gigi's on there.
Oh yeah. So, since we got our 4 hours back, you know, we had our docket team go through and see when did we cover Nerds. Right. Obviously, we can't do it this episode, so we covered them here, 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 and we did not cover them here. So I'll own this 6-day stretch. But then, you know, we also covered them in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9. Yeah, we covered them a month. And then Rewind covering Nerds. They looked at when Rewind covered Nerds. And in the last 9 episodes, they got covered 3 times. Now, I'm not shitting on Rewind when I say any of this, but Zay called out both shows, right? So again, I believe in democracy, and I want the fans to tell us who they want us to cover, right? And, you know, there may be some shows that they all want us to cover, and we'll just keep covering them, you know, because that's what we do. And, you know, I can make it happen, 100%. 100% I can make it happen. So where are we at in the poll right now? We are at 81 votes, 82 votes, guys. We have 396 people in here.
So after this, they do cover more Nerds. They do bring up other topics. They do even test. Now, I think when it's coming and talking about the whole coverage about, let's say, nerd. I mean, not the coverage. I mean, when it's coming to Rewind, and the whole cover of the LCU, it has gotten to the point where the LCU is so massive that having one single show cover everything, it's kind of a detriment at this point. Because yes, you can make the case that by Keem, right, to Keem, you know, Rewind is a show for him to help him get a major recap, right? Early on, it didn't really matter. When I say it doesn't really matter, I mean, when there was only 3 shows, it didn't really matter, right? And then when they started to expand more and more to like Milker, Nerd, Aussies, and so on and so on, that became a whole different matter in itself. So, in my eyes, in my own personal eyes, I feel like no matter what happened, right? No matter what ends up happening, you know, it's just you need another show in the morning, and then you need another show probably in the afternoon, so like late at night. But you may need a middle show that does that as well. I would just say that, like, yeah, it will become very difficult, right? Once, like, you know, Cafe gets its time cut back to 2, and they fill in another time spot, and it keeps like to put everything to move everybody down from 2 hours to an hour and a half. It just creates a level of a whole different level of confusion.
Keem just addressed it last night on the show.
Max, this thing super chatted $19.
Jesus Christ.
It just deserves.
Ever coming back to the show.
For Sydney Sweeney.
Okay, so Wing says he's never, ever coming back to the show.
And he even put it out there for the public. He's not offering me a spot on the main show, which I never thought that was going to be the case anyway. He's offering me a chance to get a redirect for a show I want to do, and he make half the money. That's what he's offering. And I'm like, okay, I'm not interested in this at all.
Okay. Here's the thing, Wings. All right. I know you see this as lead. I can't get interrupted.
Oh, you just set us up here.
Dude, I can't pause it because it needs a update. Like, what the? God damn it. I hate this. I just want to respond to what's being said without being interrupted every 5 seconds.
Yeah, guys. he doesn't like you when you interrupt him. So please don't interrupt him.
Period. Let the man speak.
Okay.
They'll be polite. They won't donate. I guarantee. Okay, I'm going to start over again. All right, this is what he said
last night on the show.
Jesus.
Here's why.
That I could do on my own platform and make all the money.
Here's why. I have proven, without a shadow of a doubt, when you work with Keemstar, you make a lot of money. I've proven it. I've proven it. Who are you fooling by this? Do you think anybody watching the Jordy Jordan show, the Wings of Redemption show, while you're playing games, where you're trying to tell them, splitting the money with Keemstar 50-50 would suck because I lose half my money? Like, bro, let's pull up the playbook or whatever. All right, let's see how much money you're making. How much money is he making a month in super chats? Let's see. How much is he making?
I swear, like, whenever any type of like playboard or revenue comes up, Boogie's so quick to go on play. Like that dude, I swear he has that as a tab open all the time. He's just he's pocket watching all the shows. Talking about money. Oh, I got your boss. I got your boss. Like, I understand the context for this right now, but like I've never been a fan of pocket watching. That's just not me. I don't give a damn what other shows make. Like, do you, boo-boo? Like, that's not me at all. But whenever money on a show comes up, Boogie, instantly, I got you, boss. Like, come on,
He's
bro.
like, I'm on it, chief.
Like, I swear he has that shit bookmark at this point. I swear he does.
Yeah, he made a good point though with the money like comparison. I don't know if this is like what he's gonna say. Okay.
It is a great point he made. I just gotta agree with you on that one.
So remember, you gotta calculate YouTube's cut into that.
No. Keep that for a second. Okay. I'll even keep YouTube's cut in it. I want to know because I guarantee working with Keemstar pays you more. You know it. I know it. Every single fan here knows it. I have earned. Go ahead.
In July, he earned $3,600.
$3,600. If you had the Wing Show in this network, all right, you'd be making $10,000 a month in no time. All right. Do you mean to tell me, Wings of Redemption, that I can't blow up the Wing Show in this network to make more than, what is that times two? What, more than $7,000?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Me. I'm sorry. You've worked with me too long. You've worked with me way too long, Jordy. My credit score with you is 800.
Local Balls, which is in the slot before the show, where we considered putting Jordy at one point, has made $10,000 in the month of July, and they weren't even there for the full month. So 25% of that's almost what you made.
Yes. This is what I'm talking about, dude. You're gonna make way more money working with me than you are by yourself. So who are we trying to convince? Oh man, I keep all the money over here. Wings, let's do a little math, all right? If you get 100.
So yeah, he basically breaks down the math and whatever. So basically, Keem is like saying, because if you look at like 3,600. That'd be $7,200, right? Roughly, whatever, right? Just rough numbers. I promise you in this network and the LCU and the people coming here and all this shit, Wings would definitely make way more money than that. But it's just, Wings doesn't want to share. He wants it all for himself because he already said he wants ownership. I'm assuming he wants some sort of like, just dialogue about what happened and have them apologize. And because the whole thing too, if you remember right, Wings took accountability and then took away the accountability. So it's the narrative that was spun around that was just kind of up, and he got trolled pretty hard for it, right? But regardless, so I 100% think Wings should come back. I think that it would be prime time.
Yeah, we know he hates authority, though. I just don't know, like, why in his head it's easier just for him to like stream, because like I'll see him like stream like almost every day.
Yeah.
So like it's for a few hours. Like, why is that so hard for him to do on a show?
We'll see.
So I think I understand where Kenneth's coming from, but I think something on top of that is it's more of a pride thing, right? A lot of people like Wings who have been on YouTube for so long, it's more of a pride thing than anything else, and I think Ken acknowledged that, right? But it also later on he would even say that it has to do with him wanting to just work whenever he wants rather than just whenever Keem wants, right? And that's very different. But the problem is, it's like, well, giving away Jordy's sleep and so on, it's a conflict of interest because early on, not even early on, you can just even look back before Fat Cam, there was this big complaint against Wings about, wow, like you literally sleep for 2 hours, you sleep for most of the day. It's like on one end, it's like people want Wings back, but at the same time, the amount of baggage that come with it, it's also an issue. And I do want Wayne back because it was just, I don't know, I just want the lolcow show to be full of lolcows. No offense to any of the other hosts. I just think that if you're gonna have a show full of lolcows, you know, just have a show full of lolcows. That's just, I mean, that's not even an opinion I've made. A lot of people would just agree with that. So in the end, there's that. But I think even if you want to go further, it's like, well, you know, is there even a way to like actually help Wing get back to LCU? I mean, I'm back to the LCU. I mean, yeah. But at this rate, it's like, wow, it's just gonna be an uphill battle, no matter what you try to do. But it is what it is. Let's move on.
Be live, so Gemini is taking my spot at 8. Definitely check out his Wednesday's cosplay. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but
258 Surdy super chatted $20.
What?
When the Fend hits.
When the Fend hits. What happened to this channel stream?
Oh, Jenna Ortega really let herself go.
What deal?
Yo, can we send Thick Gemini some love? Can you guys go over there and be nice?
Oh my god, what that salty.
I'm serious, by the way. Go over there, be nice. Say shout out LCU Thick Gemini.
Do you want to see something? Make sure I don't dox myself.
Is that Rastov's name still?
I just put his
in the mail.
I think so.
I just put his chat.
One time, this dog food company, it's called Pet's Table. They sent me, and I'm like, what the hell? Now they're sending me shit like this in the mail.
Oh, he's
it's like secrete no like.
He's got 52 viewers. It's about to blow up.
Lolcow alert super chatted $20.
You are now live
Zeta
on
Ray
LCL.
punching the air RN.
Well, good. I'm not IRL, so I don't know why they put me on.
Everyone say I love you.
Eating.
Everyone say you love him. Send love. Send love.
Welcome to a chill stream.
Why does he have those creepy ass dolls in the background?
Boring nonsense. What are they saying about me?
Send Thick Gemini some love. We love Thick Gemini.
Well, good. I'm not IRL, so I don't know why they put me on.
Everyone say I love you. Everyone say you love him. Oh God, no, it's send love. Send love.
Yeah. So he had a goal. I think it was like 15 teal. I think is the right word, to have a day off, and obviously he literally hit it. Kid behind the camera actually sent him $100. That was actually pretty funny.
Yeah, I sent him like $2. I was like, do the truffle shuffle.
Bro,
I don't know if he actually did it or not.
No, he didn't. I actually sent him $5.
Aww.
I sent him $5, and I was like, "Yo, Cafe wants the interview," and I got banned.
He banned you for that?
He banned me for that. I said, "Cafe wants the interview." Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I got timed out. So apparently over there, what they do is they have. Siren Syrup with the $4.99. You think Zeta Ray know Thick Ortega's mom? That's hilarious, actually. Oh man. Cooper just fired Sweet Tea. I don't know if Cooper or Copper. I don't know if he has that. I don't know if he has that power.
Interesting. Yeah, I haven't really talked about the BBU in quite a bit of time, and I probably will in a little bit. I probably need to make that video, but so I'm busy with the LCU and then great stuff, so I apologize if it takes me a bit of time to finally get to the BBU. But first and foremost, before we go into that even deeply, first and foremost, I want to at least say this much. They do later on, besides the Dick Gemini stuff, which is kind of hilarious, that kind of got timed out. I mean, that would be actually would be a good boost for the BBU if they could, you know, of all the shows, to get an interview with, you know, with all the shows, they get an interview with, you know, you could get an interview with Dick Gemini and it'd be on Cafe. That would be hilarious because obviously Becky and Ken do not like each other, so that would be hilarious. But on the other end of this whole debacle, they do cover the whole thing with Gidget. And again, this is the thing that's going to be brought up. And trust me when we get into Nerds. Nerds was a drag. It's a drag compared to Tess.
Defend my boyfriend size dildo, then no, it's fine.
That really
Everybody-
did derail. You can't just say something that crazy and think we're not going to talk about it. But no, back to the CD and Lisi shit before I get too far off of it.
Wait, somebody tagged me. Unique Joker, we're playing Warframe today. I apologize. That's pushing
you
that
can't
truck.
Discord while we're on a goddamn show. Later, Buff. Shut the fuck up. I'm talking
Wait, no,
about
wait, you
Lisi
shut the fuck, Zay. I want to say this shit. First of all, get your friend's clitoris out of your mouth. You guys want to bump coochies or what?
You
Second
want
of
to
all,
bump coochies or something with her?
God damn, I don't have a coochie. I have a big floppy vagina. I have a roast beef down there. You don't even know I'm one buff trans, bitch. But no, look, at the end of the day, I want to say.
You set me up, ho. You do it to me all the time. And you were wrong. E15 went up there and was like, CD, you had the opportunity for a girlfriend and you chose video games. Who in the world? The only person agreeing with that shit is Itself. There's no way. All of you are sitting here saying.
All your boyfriend does is play video games.
But he didn't do that when I first met him. He prioritized me over the video games when I first met him.
No, you're not a player. Look, CD,
no, he's
not. CD actually grew some balls and was actually like, I don't go, hey, I'm with you. Hey, CD-ROM hit her with that. You little stupid ass bitch, I ain't with you. I don't give, bitch. That's exactly the energy he had. And guess what? That's the energy he's gonna need unless he's gonna be a pathetic man for the rest of his life. So if you want to sit there and act like he was supposed to sit there and wait on this bitch to be like, oh my God, I might feel.
Did
oh my
I
God, I'm
say
gonna have
that?
a date.
No.
This was gonna have a date, spend all this money on this stupid bitch, and then she was gonna act like nothing ever happened.
He's the
Moving
one
on,
that,
because at the end of the day, this date, this relationship was a plot. This relationship, this connection was a farce. It was a Faustian deal with the Keemstar to get some little bit of internet clout to get her ass up here, and she could give an absolute about CD-ROM or anything about his life because she's a succubus. She's a harlot. She is from the streets. I'll put on this pass the weed thing and stop talking about this, breaking a young man's heart like that.
Yas 1156 super chatted $20. No joke. On my first date with wifey, I wore a shirt that said I paused my game to be here. We've been together for 23 years. CD failed on this one. Also, scam.
Jazz, you're a real man.
So I don't really agree. First thing first. I didn't even. Wow. I am failing at pronunciation and enunciation, so I do apologize for those first couple seconds. First thing first, I don't agree with Zay saying that you're an incel if you pick games over a woman. I guess, I don't know, I can't say much, but I don't really agree with that. It's more like, is the woman really worth it to put down the controller or the TV or the nipper or whatever? Like, to me, it's like, if it's just a girl you're just mad and you don't really feel like going on a date with her, or you just don't feel the vibes I get, then it's like, I can't really blame a guy. And obviously today is going to defend Lisi. Hopefully I said her name right. Apologize if I could have remembered your name in the past. That's just my own fault. I have way too many names to remember. But I'm like, I mean, everybody has said that she was using CD-ROM. It's basically at the gateway to, you know, get a show, get her little network and everything. But, and after all of that, the nerd did the usual stuff in their content, and then a little bit around the almost, I would say, the last 40 minutes of the show, that's when things started to really drag in loop. Zay went on the equivalent of a struggle session with Bob. If you ever see me stream with a bunch of people and they kind of just go at each other and I'm just there like trying to keep the peace, that's how I am. I kind of relate to Buff. Now I understand what Buff is saying as well. Before we move forward, I understand what Buff was saying here. Saying it was Zay. I'm just like, well, it's your priority. I think the way things are now is different with man and female. Let me be real with you. Depending on the women and depending on how I even feel that day, it's all gonna be up in the air. If I don't feel it and she doesn't feel it, and we meet a date and we just don't go through with it, it is what it is. But I think out of just politeness, you go through with it because you just want to be nice to each other. Even if the date doesn't last, you try to stay there for an hour or two at the minimum. But that's how I am. I don't know. Let's move on to the struggle session.
Should I get? It just looks like Storm 4, but not good enough.
Not in this boring ass anime shit. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm sick of Keem telling me that all these telling everybody on live, all these
She cucked it.
A-mass YouTubers are coming in here and they're gonna take our spots. None of them are taking any of our spots. None of them have. Sky Does Minecraft did what?
Ultra 9305 super chatted $20. Buff the Demon Slayer game is fire. Come get the smoke.
Sky Does Minecraft did what? Toby Turner did what? The dad did what? None of these people did shit. He brought them all in here to make us scared, and they're all pussies. I'm so sorry, but I'm not going to act like I'm scared of these YouTubers who are washed-up has-beens. They're washed-up has-beens for a reason. Steak said it best. They can't even run their own channel. You think they're going to show up and do a 2-hour stream on the LCU? They're not. And they're going to for every single person who is trying to make it as a content creator here. That's all I gotta say.
I was gonna say if we did a couple donos, I was gonna buy the game and just play that shit off in the VC and just like stream that shit. But she wants to talk about Copper.
Yes,
so I'm just gonna put that out there. If you guys want me to do that,
I'm so sick of him being here.
He just did one orange dono, so we need 4 more, and I'm gonna be basically doing Hinokami Chronicles off. Now get into your phone. Sorry, I just wanted to put that out
I'm sick of him being here. I'm sick of him being like, I'm taking in the LCU. I'm only gonna show the channels I like on my channel. All you do is self-righteous shit, and then Keem is like, oh, when Becky Boop comes, she did all this shit. Parasol. Copper's doing the same shit, and you're not kicking him out. So when Copper does the same shit, and then he makes his own universe, he's like, the LCU. What are you gonna say, Keem? I'm just so curious because you keep letting these washed up has-beens come in here and take shit from the smaller people who are working to build their shit up, and then what? Because Aussy keeps getting covered by Ginger and you keep letting it happen. I'm so curious.
Is they gonna buy the game? No, I'm just gonna buy it. She doesn't have a PlayStation 5. I'm gonna be buying it on a PlayStation 5. I'm not gonna be buying it on Steam. If I try to download that game on my computer, it would kill it. It would like the potato would finally be baked, like legit. So my whole thing is Keem sought him out for a reason.
For what?
He sought him out for a reason.
Because he was on South Park. Because he had clout 10 years ago, and what?
So doesn't matter.
None of that
Clout
matters.
is still clout.
He came into this
He needs
universe
somebody
and
in
I
their
had
time
no
slot.
clue who he was, and I'm guaranteeing you 90% of people my age who are the people we're trying to bring into this audience because they're the people watching YouTube currently don't know who the Copper Cab is. So why don't we bring in a new audience? Like, it's just so brain dead to me. Why are we bringing these washed up has-beens who bring nothing?
Look, okay, so you're mad. So you feel bad because Twiggy and them do not like.
Get over every single. You literally hear Steak and Twiggy saying this was their time that they had to relax with their wives, whatever the. Now they can't do that because they're on edge constantly, wondering if they're gonna have to stream 22 minutes into Copper Cab's time slot, whatever the fuck. Give him that chubby time slot. You want to keep Copper Cab in the universe? Give him the chubby time slot so he doesn't for everybody else.
No, Ginger makes more money in 15 minutes than most LCU shows do in 2 hours. Exactly. That's why. And it's not just the money. It's
okay,
views
so you
too.
all are gonna keep donating to the same guy who's acting
Oh
and
my
doing
God.
shit for the screen, and it's
Okay,
lame.
last 5. All right. Okay, last 5 minutes. Demon Slayer movie buff. LOL opinions. I think it looks awesome. I haven't seen it yet. I've seen people bootleg the fun of it. I've seen that it's literally been like streamed everywhere, but I want to see it in quality. I am a quality junkie. I love the.
Hello?
Hi, Tina.
Never mind. How we doing, Tina?
Hey, Buff, we're just trying to do the best job we can because I've been
I know
suffering.
you are.
Wait, Tina, can I ask
I'm
you
not-
something genuinely, though? I'm so confused because you've been cool with Xylee up until this point, and yesterday you were dogging on her. What's up with that?
I didn't dog Xylee at all yesterday.
You did. You sat there and you
No,
said
they went back
the
to
only
listen,
reason
listen,
that
listen,
Rewind
listen,
gets
listen,
views is because
Jay.
of Billy. You
Listen,
said that.
I'm not trying to be rude or confrontational. Let me speak. She's already texted me on her phone and told me she loves me. So I don't know what you're complaining about, but no, I did not. I said I was not getting in this. This is because Gigi feels like she doesn't get any kind of public. She wants people to know who she is. It's not about me. I don't care who covers us and who doesn't. She feels some kind of way, right? You protect Buff. Buff protects you. That's
No,
what I
I
was
got
supposed to
you
do.
on
But no, I
that.
didn't dog either one of them.
No, I
Go
got
back
you
and
on
listen,
that.
Jay.
But
I
the
did.
thing that I'm asking you about, you said yesterday, you said Rewind only gets viewers because of Billy, didn't you? You said that.
Well, no, what I said is Rewind, really, to tell you the truth, they don't have to rewind anybody because they're always going to get supporters because of Billy. Yes, absolutely. And even Xylee said that herself. I'm not saying anything that she hasn't said herself.
There's no,
I mean,
exactly. There's nothing.
I don't agree with that.
Tina,
That's
I didn't do
not what you
anything
said.
wrong.
Wait, Tina, you are phrasing it so different than the way you said it. We will play
Okay, Zay, I know
it
you
the
need
next
to
stream,
say. I
whatever.
know you need.
I watched
Zay,
the whole
I know
stream
you
of
need
you
content.
yesterday.
I'm not trying to for content. I'm just telling
I'm
you.
not trying to
I
for
have not
content
made
either.
any-
I'm being genuine, Tina. I think.
Okay, I am too. I am too. I'm telling you right now that we're trying to do better shows, and Gidgy feels some kind of way because she's new to the community, and Xylee and Billy were her what do you want to call them? Not idols, but she looked up to them, and she felt some kind of way. But
Do
Tina did
you
not feel
feel
any kind of way. I don't need any public outrage. I don't need anybody to know who I am. Everybody knows who I am. She felt some kind of way, so I'm sorry that you took it that way. But I
No,
wasn't
wait,
being
Tina.
facetious
That's
towards
actually
anybody.
genuinely my question. So you're saying you didn't take it some type of way. So
No.
if you didn't take it some type of way, why did you ride like that and say all that shit about Xylee that you said yesterday?
Was listen, they played it, and Xylee and Billy are not mad at all, and I didn't say anything rude, and everybody even in their comment section said Tina did not say anything rude, and I didn't. I didn't say, so I don't know what you're going at, but if you need this,
I don't.
please
I
do it.
don't. I
We'll
don't
play the
think
clips
that
on
she
the
was trying
weekend
to.
stream.
I don't
but
think. I don't
You're
think.
framing
First
this
of all,
so differently than what you actually said, Tina, because I watched that stream.
No, listen, Zay, I'm not going to fight and argue with you guys. I'm not fighting with them.
thank you, Tina.
I'm not
Thank
fighting with
you.
anybody. I'm
Thank
just
you
trying
for-
to do a better show. I'm not trying to be this way. But you do what you need to do, baby girl. But we're just trying to do better shows for the supporters to come back because Becky put all up. I'm not being rude or not, Have a great
Exactly.
stream. Love you, Bob. Love
Tina,
you.
I love you. Thank you so much for calling in. I'm gonna call in
You're
Queen
fucking
tonight.
sweeping. This is some sweep ass bullshit. This is snaky ass bullshit. I'm a
Yeah, most of I would say the last 30-40 minutes of this stream was just them complaining. Trust me, we have more to cover. It's really like a struggle session. It really was a struggle session. In a way, I understand where Zay is coming from. See, they're smaller content creators, they're smaller streamers, and they're competing against people who are much bigger. Even if they're washed up, it probably won't take them that long to get back to the limelight, given that they still have connections, which is very important. But yeah, I know what Steak was saying that these people can't even manage to run their own channels. Like, are you sure about that? Are you really sure about that one? You never know what is stopping from Toby. What is stopping from, I don't know, let's say Turner and Ice Sky Minecraft, whatever. What's stopping them from just say screw it? They get a show, boom. It's extremely successful for a number of reasons. Right, viewership, donation, they're back to their prime all over again. That comment you once said it's gonna be very dated. And yeah, you can say like in the 15 minutes that Copper is on, he makes more money than views. But as a business, you can't take that away. You really can't. It's one of those things where do you compromise? Do you compromise on the business aspect, the business side where money and views, or do you compromise more on the creative part? You get into these weird dilemma, and no matter what, it's something you gotta remember. The LCU is a business. It is a business run by Keemstar, and if it wasn't Keemstar, it'd be somebody else. It is a business first and foremost. And in that business, it relies on viewers and donations. Like a VTube. It's essentially what Keem is kind of doing is sort of similar to like a VTube sort of company. Right? It's not really one-to-one, but to some extent. So to me, it's just like, yeah. And again, it's how she feels is valid, but at the same time, yeah, what is stopping one of these YouTubers to taking your spot and being much more successful with the channel that you built on? It's one of the things. Let's say Turner decides to take Nerds and keeps Buff. I mean, just the name alone would bring in a whole heap of new people. And I can imagine a lot of old fans that have been wanting Turner content would be like, whoa, here's my money. nerds will be successful. I mean, Kim even said that, like, you know, if he separates both Buff and Zay, they'll both get 1,000 viewers. I mean, at this rate, I mean, to be fair, I mean, at one point you can say Nerd was getting 1,000 viewers. That was mostly due to the drama and not actually to what they were doing. I mean, at the rate Test is going, Test may even surpass Nerds in viewership. Let's move on, though.
A little bit more down. We can see the rack, though.
Oh, I don't know what you mean.
I want to see them.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm a wholesome VTuber. I don't know what, huh?
I brought my beads, man. I brought my beads. Brought the beads. Bro. I thought it does the little virtual movements and stuff, the jigglings. Man, come on, bro. I brought the beads, bro. I got about 15 of them. Oh, there you This is why we're here, my boy. My boy, fresh and fresh.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, wait. What's happening?
I know it, bro. I know it, bro. Bro, y'all fucking me up. Bro. Y'all
I love that. That's so good.
Bro, what's up, bro?
That's
Bro.
great.
That's crazy, bro. This whole time.
Oh man, I remember your mama being absolutely 100% sure I was a dude, so you know I had to do it.
Oh, bro,
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Bro, I didn't pass the test, bro. I didn't pass the bisexual test, bro. I failed, bro.
You got 100%, man.
Test, bro. I failed it. I failed the test, bro. I'm done.
Nah, dude, you got your masters and that shit. You got your doctorate.
Bro, I'm done.
Dr. Mama, that's what we're gonna call you from now on.
I'm done. So how's it going? How you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Man, it's been
424 super chatted $5. Yo mama caught gooning in 4K.
100%.
I got God.
100.
God.
Right.
I was on my S1K, man. Come on. Don't hate on your boy.
Sake, dude.
Yeah, I can sit in the chair every now and then. Come on, my boy.
You want to sit in the
Go
chair?
ahead.
You want the
I
chair?
gotta
You get
I
some
gotta sit in
splinters in that chair, dude. I'm telling you now.
You get them. You get them.
Okay. All right. Right.
Yeah.
Should we switch to the podcast view?
Yes, because I did all the things I wanted to do.
I figured that was a good bit right there. That's beautiful.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, yo, look at this. Yo, mom, I saw your screen there. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, I got you.
Breaking the immersion.
I got you. I can't see you though. You got to turn.
Oh yeah,
yours
I know.
on.
I'm turning it now.
Yeah.
Boom. There we go. Just like that. You still got that black screen on though.
Yeah. Oh damn. What the?
What are you doing?
So here we are. Here we are. Probably the funnest part, and probably, if anything, one of, if not one. Almost repeated myself there. This is probably one, if not the best stream that Test ever made. And I'm not even lying when I say that. I'm willing to say this very confidently that this is probably one of Test's best stream they have ever had on this platform. The energy, the flow, the conversation, the question, it's probably, in my honest opinion, one of, if not the the best stream we ever had in this whole, I would say, on Test. And I think in terms of interview, I think Nightmare and Yo Mama did an amazing job. They were very much like, they knew the question to ask, they knew what the audience wanted, they knew how to keep it essentially like in that middle-ish ground. And what I mean middle-ish ground, I mean, I don't know how to explain this. What I'm trying to say is they kept it in a way where it appeals to everybody, and I think that's like a rare talent. We have a lot to cover in this one.
She didn't. She was actually doing tryouts. And I decided let's give it a try, because actually I've been watching the lolcow universe for since the beginning of this year.
Okay.
And you guys were doing on test tryouts as well. But I heard from somebody that Keemstar was not a big fan of VTubers. So I did not even want to try. It was too scary. So when Becky started her own network, and she was doing her tryouts, I was like, okay, let's give this a try. Let's give this a try.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting. What I gotta ask is, like, how was the process of it? Like, you know, when you spoke to her behind the scenes, what was it like really speaking to her, like, post passing this this interview stage?
There wasn't actually a lot of communication between us. He was really hands off with me.
Oh.
We talked about the split and how that was gonna go. She was very confident that I would be able to do my own show because I was used to it because I have that experience. So she just set things up for me and let me do my own thing. I scheduled my streams. I did my thumbnails. Yeah, she was very hands off.
Oh.
And you know, when I watch you, it's kind of crazy. When I watch you, like the way you interview and the way you talk to your chat is just like you've been doing. It seems like you've been doing it for a very, very long time.
10 years, man.
10 years. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
wow.
So
that's probably why she hands off.
Like, what made you get into like doing streaming anyway? Like, what was the spark for that?
Well, I was always into. I once wanted to be a movie director, and I studied journalism. And I thought I wanted to be like, you know, make videos. And I looked at YouTube, and then someone suggested live streaming. And I thought that was a very interesting concept because I would get to play games and talk to an audience at the same time. And that was just fascinating to me. So as soon as I tried, I was hooked. Yeah, and it was on Twitch at the time that I did it.
I was going to say, I'm assuming you started on Twitch. Like
Yeah,
10
100%.
years of cultivating an audience. That's mental.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
real.
you-
And
I
playing
used
games
to
at
be
the
a
same
fa-
time.
Yeah, I used to be a facecam streamer. So VTuber is only 3 years ago that I started.
Oh, so you reversed the face
okay.
reveal?
Yeah. What? Huh? What?
You reversed your face reveal
Oh.
to going into like VTuber?
Yeah, I started from scratch too, because a lot of my audience was not really into this whole thing. So I lost a lot of people when I made that transition, but I needed something new at the time.
Oh, okay. Did you transfer because you saw other people like transferring to the VTuber, like VTuber and VTuber, or did you just do it because you was like, I don't want to show my face anymore?
I was going through burnout. After at the time it was 7 years doing that content, and I felt like I wasn't really growing. I felt like maybe I had some self-image issues as well. I gotta admit, so it was a little bit rough pressing that live button every day. So I thought because my brother was a
Interesting. I knew she'd been doing this for a while. I didn't know how long, and I was assuming that she was just a VTuber for the longest time. I thought she was at least doing it since much longer than 3 years, but yeah. And as I said before, you could kind of tell that later on as this stream goes on, the question they ask, they even asked her about the whole money situation, how she eventually got fired, when she did the stream about Becky, right? Remember that whole stream when Becky did that video? It was like 6 minute long video, and Vixie did a response video and everything afterward. And also apparently how like Dick Gemini was cool with her at first, but then like kind of turned his back on her. So yeah, it shows that she went from being really beloved to kind of being hated by whatever is remaining of that BBU community. Which I guess we will eventually do a video on it, probably when I'm done with all this stuff. But even so with that, I just think that at this point, that whole, I mean, she straight up said like she didn't even like jump ship. She was just fired. She was let go, and that she was threatened. Right, Becky kind of threatened her with not even paying her, which is insane. And apparently, from what I understand, Gamer Asylum, hopefully I got your name correct, is actually it's helping her. I'm honestly wanting to do actually a stream about this. I'm tempted to do just a whole stream about this, but I'm not sure if I am or am I not. If I do, it'd probably be on a Sunday, where we just go over older lolcow stuff, because I think I find this stuff to be interesting. And like, you know, it takes me back to my roots. But when she did mention about self-image and all that, yeah, I get that. I mean, for me, maybe because I've grown into this more, and maybe because with a lot of people helping me, I overcame a lot of my own personal fear. Maybe with guys and girls it's different, especially if you're like a VTuber like character like Ivixie. Maybe it's way more different, but let's move on.
Was talking to Savage about it because they were closer. You had already been more distant. And apparently Savage knows more about that aspect, that side of things. Apparently Savage knew that this was happening, and she had said that she wasn't going. So this was something already on Becky's mind for at least a few days before she made the final decision, which is not something that she was.
Okay, 1 second. Go ahead.
No, I was listening.
I thought you said pause.
I didn't say nothing.
Really open about when everything happened. She said it was all that afternoon and all right before the show, and everything happened one moment to the other. No, it didn't. You guys had been talking.
Yeah, and she says that oh, it's kind of suspicious that I quit the same day she did. Becky, I quit because my heart broke for her. She cried to me how they just made fun of her and her mind. I don't even want to talk about the things she was saying, but I literally said, no, I'm not working for somebody like that. Instead of me going to Keem and saying, Keem, what the f is wrong with you? I just took her at her word and went up there and said, F this, I'm done, I quit. I'm not working for somebody like that. And I felt like shit for doing that.
But Roxy, you were also unhappy about a few things that were going on, right?
Oh,
on the
yeah.
Milkers, yeah. So
Absolutely.
that pushed you as well to do it, right?
Yes, the whole Roxy the retard, Roxy the moron, I was pissed, you know, but that was after the whole situation. But yeah, little by little, I was tired of Keem shit. I was tired of Mike shit. I was everything, losing host after host, wanted to do one thing, having a whole plan. We would sit for an hour and have this whole plan that Roxy does this and that. We get an OBS person, I'm ready to go, and that's it. I just got tired of it. I got tired of it. So
yeah. So when you did see all that stuff happening, you was like, okay, let's leave. And maybe she was even already talking about doing something together, or when did that happen?
No, that was like maybe probably 8 or 9 days after I left before she came to me, and she had this big epiphany and the spirits were talking to her and all this stuff. And yeah, no,
spirits? Got them spirits talking.
Because she's very much into she does the whole tarot cards and all that stuff. She can predict the future.
Oh God, yeah.
But I just wonder if you can predict the future and you got all them tarot cards, why didn't you predict that Keemstar was going to flip over the way he did?
It doesn't work like that, yo, Baba. She was probably feeling some negative vibes, but she thought, she could get through it because the LCU's, no.
You got to read the cards. Oh, wait a minute. Keemstar's going to pay over. Nope, I'm not taking that bait.
Okay.
No. Keep your $2,500.
Yo, Mama,
I got my card.
there's no text that spawns from the cards. It doesn't work like that. You have to interpret it correctly, and maybe she didn't.
Maybe.
Oh, she didn't.
I think the big oopsie right there, to be fair. It's like, am I going to get for this has a fish.
Yeah.
I'm going to be fishing for my viewers back. Okay. Did not know. It is interesting though, because like that was one of the big things that like Roxy did get followed by was Becky betraying the whole betrayal of Keem with that joke.
Super chatted $9.99. So knowing that you won't be working in the BBU, will you continue the Saturday stream on this type of content on your own channel? Is it in the cards?
In the cards? I don't know, man. I don't know cards. Nightmare, do you recognize this name? Good to go now.
Somewhat so, yeah. I think I've seen him before.
So, yeah, back when you were with Grim,
yeah.
Good to go now, and I started chatting with you guys in the chat, and he donated a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, and back, yeah.
Oh.
That's one of my people.
It's one of your people.
It's one of my people. He's very kind.
Well, welcome back. I thought I recognized your name.
My name?
Yeah. Did you have the same name when you were chatting in the
Yeah.
I knew it. I messaged. I swear. I think I spoke to Grim about it. I might have dreamt that fever dream about speaking to him about it. But I was like, oh, I know that name from somewhere.
Yeah.
God damn. Well,
I was a fan.
End of the test.
And then everything went wrong.
It did go a little crazy there for a while, didn't it? Yeah.
And here we are. I think it's a good way to end the test. I think from here onward, and even before, they keep asking about the Becky situation, and Yo Mama asks about fatter VTuber, which is hilarious. Them going over memory lanes about Tess, and apparently iVixie, something I forgot to mention earlier, was she'd been watching since the beginning of the year. And I think what's really interesting to me is that the fact that they were able to interview a VTuber without Keem getting... I mean, Keem probably wasn't too mad, because if you know anything, Keemstar does not like VTubers. But I think at the same time, he can't deny just why they're popular and their influence. I think he can't deny that either. And I think with Gamer Asylum backing her up pretty hard, I think the future is very bright for her. I mean, I do know after this, right, I think since this is coming out some point on Saturday, I know Ruby is supposed, her and Ruby are going to do a stream together on her channel. So to me, it's just an interesting dilemma to see a VTuber on the show, right, on his network even, knowing that their boss hate VTubers. Apparently, she even said that, yeah, Keemstar assumed that I was actually a much bigger influencer or a much bigger creator than I was. I'm like, that was hilarious. That's cute. But nevertheless, I think it's a stroke of good luck, right? Being at the right place at the right time and just happen to, things working out for you. Let's move on.
In the chat fucking melted, dude. It was
yeah. This is the Herkimer Diamond scam all over again.
It's not a scam. He was genuinely hurt.
Leo Slammer says, R.I.P. Poke, my Latino brother, cries in the eyes. I'm speaking from my Discord grave. Yo, what the fuck? Why are they fucking with my people?
We need to get our people back. Oh, don't worry.
Okay, we're going to war. We got hostages. We got to release the hostages. Nail Slammer and Poke got to be released. But I'm getting back on topic here. Okay, this is what happens. He does the fucking Herkimer Diamond scam. He does the fucking suit and radio boombox scam. And then what happens? He doesn't even drive the 6 hours to come meet you. He doesn't even go to...
Yeah, I don't know what I can say about this without really rehashing what I already said in the tech talk, but it's kind of funny how Billy is making light of it. It's a good thing. I think that's something you can't take away. That sometimes you need to make a light of that. And yeah, what Rasov said was very true. That all the females in the chat was going nuclear, and I was just like, I was awake when all of that was happening, and all I thought was, huh. Well, this is very interesting. This is a very interesting dynamic. Oh well, let's move on.
I'll tell you what. Listen, Copper, and I'm serious. Sweet Tea is not getting fired, but you're suspended until Monday.
No, I'm not.
You're suspended.
I'm the one who got
You are suspended. You are suspended. Get the fuck out of here,
Baldy.
Jesus.
No ginger for the
fucking
weekend,
Christ.
guys, because Sweet Tea can't run OBS.
You Monday Baldy. That retard.
Where's Phantom?
I used to love that
Where
guy.
the f is Phantom at? Get Phantom.
Why did he weaponize his titty like that? I did not approve of that.
Nail Slammer
Yeah, I only-
2 super chatted $20. Fake and scripted. Rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling
No,
on the
he's
floor,
suspended.
laughing.
He's suspended until Monday.
I only release my
Warning.
titties for pleasure.
Warning. Lolcowlive has gotten another pay pig. This is not a drill. There is another pay pig.
Brantley Keem super chatted $19.99. Keem is sober and Wings is drinking now? What is this world? Ice tears of joy.
It's true.
Okay. Listen, we have a brand new sound effect for crowns. What the f?
Warning. Warning, lolcowlive has gotten another pay pig. This is not a drill. There is another pay pig.
Balzar Dawson, thank you so much. Balzar and Dawson, we have 2 brand new pay pigs. All right.
Let's go.
Now listen.
Let's go.
All right. We have a new sound effect for when we get a crown. And it is epic and it's long. Phantom, do you got a goddamn camera?
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, I need you to focus. I need you to focus because you Copper is suspended and you are covering for Copper tonight with Sweet Tea. You're on Ginger tonight.
Okay. I need all the shit. I need the assets. The
No shit. What am I dumb? Do I not know that, Phantom?
No.
Okay.
I'm not
Well, I'll
saying
get it
that.
to you after the show. Have a good show.
All right.
Jesus.
I think he's willing to dye his hair.
I need to get access to the channel. No shit. It's not like I don't do this for a living. Well, I mean, I don't do it. Well, but God damn it, I'm gonna get clipped on that too.
Let's talk about gay people more.
Keem's broke. He's fallen off. He does lolcowlive to pay the bills. Bro, what am I saying?
Yeah, today is apparently foot and mouth Friday, huh?
It's fun time Friday.
I knew it was going to be one of these days earlier because I was talking to one of Brantley's friends and I was trying to make a joke and I just kept marbles in my mouth and I was like, by the time I said the joke, it was the most unfunny thing that ever rolled out of my mouth.
You're like, I need to drink more to cope with this.
So, yeah, apparently good old Copper was suspended because of all the crap he was pulling. Now Phantom is back in the limelight again. I am not sure if this is just some type of script or something that's just been boiling behind the scenes and we just not been aware of. If that's the case, then what the hell? But then again, knowing Copper, and when we get to Ginger, we'll get to Ginger, but damn. I love Copper. I'm not gonna lie, I love Copper. And probably because the team heard the complaint that Zazu was saying, so maybe he was just like, alright, you know what, just to shut it off for a couple hours or a couple days, we'll do a 2 hour, but that's not gonna change anything, because you know probably in the weekend she's gonna just go on a complete big rant of Team did this because they had to and they obey, and it's just like, oh, Corey. And then now we have Phantom and Sweet Tea working with each other again. I mean, they kind of did already with that one stream where when they went for like an hour, or not, was it an hour? I think it was like less than an hour. Let's move on.
SOBEWR sober WOSBER sober.
Let's go!
Hemi Zach super chatted $24.31. Hemi will never leave LCL Crown Batgirl my name please.
Thank you, Hemi.
Your name.
Hemi, we absolutely love you. All right, Gidgy. All right.
Yes.
What's going on with this war with you and Rewind? Is it over?
Dude, it's far from over, obviously. Obviously. I got Tina over here saying one thing on... Now, Zay, it's like anybody that supports Rewind, for some reason, they're not seeing... All I said, this all started from the comment, Rewind doesn't cover us. That's all. One comment has started a 2-hour rewind without hardly any clips, but a 2-hour rewind crashing out on us. I don't get it. Yes, I cried. I now understand why you don't cry on live, because then it's fake and it's bullshit.
You know what? I like the fact that you cried. Because to me, it felt like, oh, this is real. I had the opposite feeling that
Billy trying to once again gaslighting, saying I was manipulating. Are you crying on command? Zay said,
but
loved that.
But here's
and we haven't even gotten to I've got a lot planned.
I know. Everyone seems to be coming at you. You had nerds coming after you. You had Chubby coming after you. But Gidgy, I do need to say this, right? I see both sides, all right? I think Rewind, let me just say this. I think Rewind saw this pattern of you guys doing the pies or whatever it was, right?
Right.
All right?
Right.
and then they stopped covering you altogether. So then when there was actually a news story happening, right, where you and Tina were about to, like, the show was about to be canceled because Tina was going to quit or you were going to quit or something, right? Yeah. They didn't cover any of that because they stopped covering you because of the pies. They thought, oh, they didn't even look to see what was happening. So I think that's what happened from their point of view. They were like, oh, we're not going to cover the show ever again. I mean, nothing newsworthy is happening. It got so bad. Remember, Gidgey, I called you out on live at one point. I go, dude, we're redirecting to Queens and nothing newsworthy is happening.
I remember that. Okay. Absolutely, I remember that.
All right.
So my question is, why not just say, oh, yeah, you're right. We weren't covering you. We'll cover you now. Why do the 2.5-hour crash out thing and call me a manipulator and say my tear? Why do all that?
Because you are.
Boogie. Keep Boogie, preoccupied doing whatever the f you do during every live stream, Boogie. We all know you're not paying attention.
Boogie, I will defend her. I don't think she was manipulating. I got to defend Gidgey on that one. I don't think she was.
It's the most entertaining thing you've done. So if your feelings were actually genuine, then I take it back. You're not an entertainer. But if you were bullshitting and you were manipulating, then I find you entertaining. So pick one. You're either a manipulator or you're foring.
I'm going to go with the foring because I'm having to, this is apparently some major script that Tina and Mike knew nothing about. Love that. I'm so sick of that word.
Michelle super
I even explained how this whole thing came to fruition.
Okay, this goes out to Michelle. You're fat and ugly.
Now, to be fair, and I'm not really here to defend either side or really go against either side, but I think for more context and for content reason, I don't think it was simply the pie stuff. It's the reason why. Oh, snap! It's the reason why. Rewind stop covering Queens altogether. It's been like that for a while, and you can tell that every time that Rewind had to cover Queens, they just didn't want to, particularly Xylee. Now maybe also Billy as well, but I think his was very different than Xylee, where I think Xylee had her own disdain towards, and downright, I would even say, hatred towards Becky, was one of the reason. It was also just, it was just the predictability of Queens that made it like kind of, even there were times for me where I just skipped Queens altogether because there was just nothing interesting about it. And only recently it has gotten more and more interesting, especially with the current drama. Now, Boogie did say, well, you're either a manipulator or you're boring, or you're a manipulator, you're entertaining. And I don't necessarily agree with that, but I think I know where he's coming from. Because to be entertaining, you gotta be able to manipulate the situation in your advantage, or so on. You gotta be acting, because the acting is a form of manipulation. Good or bad, I'll let you decide on that front. But if it leads to something being entertaining, then there you go. But again, I'll let people decide on that one. But let's move on to Queens, actually, talking about that.
Hey, go ahead.
So,
what I do?
You're saying... Are you going to let me speak, Tina? You want me to speak or no?
Go ahead. Speak, bitch.
Okay, Tina, you got the floor? Because every time I go to open my mouth, you got something to say.
Well, apparently you got so much to say in Discord, called me lazy and all kinds of shit. Bitch, shut the fuck up and go ahead.
Where did I call you lazy? See it. Okay, where did I call you lazy? Go pull it up.
Right. Okay, hold on. Hey, excuse me, co-host, does she talk about me in Discord?
No, I don't give a f about you, Tina. I actually don't talk about you on Discord.
Your mama just came in here with a whole list of stuff, say.
Yes, of things that I said, like, recently, or things that I said when we were in a fight, Tina? Come on.
It wasn't time
because your mama loves to do that.
Okay, so why are you in our fight now? This is our fight with Rewind. Has nothing to do with y'all.
I didn't say it had anything to do with that. We reacted to what happened with... Like every other show does. Are you retarded? Like, this is the LCU. The entire LCU is built off of everybody reacting to to other people's content. We reacted to it yesterday in the middle.
You only react what benefits y'all. We react
to you guys all the time. Wait, Tina, yeah, we do. Yes, we do. We react to the good shit you guys do too. That's so bullshit to say that we've never reacted to you. We have. You've come onto Nerds multiple times because we were reacting to you. You actually told us to stop talking about queens, Tina. That's what you said.
What's this? Okay, well, let's check it out.
It's up to you, Zay, if you want to hear where I got bent. I know Tina comes in a little later. Let's see where we're at.
They're just doing this for content. Over and over from every single show. Where. The retards will believe, and the people that have common sense will understand. This is the reason. This is the cycle of this universe. Why are people not understanding that? They are powerful. They see Rewind is weak.
I want to say really one thing. Wait, Buff, I need to say one thing. Tina said it's not scripted. That was our true feelings. Tina, if it's your true feelings, go say it to Xylie's face. Because the shit you said about Xylie yesterday when she was asleep.
What did I say?
Go say it on Rewind. Because I want to hear you say that.
I
hear right now. You sat on stream yesterday and you said, oh, well, Billy's the reason that all the views are at Rewind. I can pull up these clips of what you were talking about. You were talking hella smack on Xylie. And maybe it was out of passion for Gidgy. Maybe it was out of passion for Gidgy, but you definitely were, Tina. Like, you were.
Check it out.
And I just don't fuck with the fake shit of you trying to be like I wasn't. Because you were involved in this shit just as much as Gidgy was. And that's the only thing I didn't fuck with.
Why does that benefit you? Why does it benefit you, though? It's none of your business.
I'm just gonna call you out for your bullshit, Tina. Nobody else ever calls you out, so I'm gonna call you out. You never get called out. You keep doing dumbass shit, I'm gonna call you out. You constantly talk smack about everybody and then cry when people talk shit about you. Like,
this is solving nothing. This, I mean, I'm sure it's content,
Obviously.
I'm cucking content or whatever, but you know, this is doing
but Tina, ultimately.
Now, for some context on certain things between they and Tina, there's always been a underlying beef between them, whether it's because of the whole thing with Albert, which is Tina's son, or Zay's profession, which is, you know, that's a whole separate thing. There's always been an underlying tension. Now, I feel like you can make the case that obviously Zay is going to defend Xylie, and that is true. But at the same time, I don't think it really matters if Zay was going to defend Xylie. I think Zay was always still going to react to this no matter what. Since he's really into doing a lot of the deep dive, I think it doesn't really matter. And I think the result would have probably been the same, but I think it would have come from a different place. And this has always been something that is clearly there between Zay and Tina. That they have a clear beef with each other that's very much has been there, God, since the beginning. I would say from the beginning, it's been there. I think one of these days I have to go back and hopefully I can find them. The original like whole audition when Zay first appeared, where we had that. So to me, I just see it as, yeah, the beef has always been there between the both of them, and you can't really remove that. You know, whether or not this is scripted, which I forgot to mention from the other clips. I mean, if it is true that this is how Tina felt, why didn't she go up to Xylie? I think Xylie would have been perfectly fine. But at the same time, maybe this is like a weird ploy. Maybe like they were very much genuine. But again, it doesn't matter because we're dealing with kid behind the camera and all that shit. So I think no matter how much we try to flip this, no matter how much we try to really go at it, I think there's just no real way of answering these questions. In the end, it is what it is, and I think there's not much you can do. I know it comes up pretty nihilistic, but we have more things to cover. We have more things to cover, so let's move on.
Go for it. Go for it.
It's about Zay, right?
Okay, yeah.
Are we saying that
and this is a legit question, not trying to start shit, but are we saying that they're not allowed to react to what's going on in the universe?
No, not at all. No, what I'm
course
saying,
they are.
Xylee, is I text you. You know that. She said that I literally drug you underneath the
I
bus.
didn't play everything you said, Tina.
Okay, but I didn't drag you. I didn't drag you, so I don't want to
Yeah,
hear
but
that
you
shit.
said some. I will say you did say some things that kind of like, in my heart. But you did say what you said to me in text, so it's like, okay, it's whatever. You know, I still love you, Tina.
So wait, you didn't agree with me with all this, Tina, or you did? Because
Listen,
Xylee's here.
Listen, what I said about rewind is this. Xylee stopped rewinding us
Mm-hmm.
when Becky and her kept going at it all the time. Okay, so that's a fact, Jack. They
Okay.
haven't rewound us. They haven't. And it wasn't until you started noticing it, you said something, but Keemstar knew that we weren't being put on rewind.
Okay.
He knew that Becky and Xylee had their beef or whatever, and Xylee said, "I'm not covering it no more." So I mean, that's a fact.
At one point,
Keem described it perfectly on live. What happened? Y'all were doing the same old shit, pie in the face, and he even missed that fight because he didn't even watch. Boom. That's exactly what he said. Is exactly what happened.
And I don't disagree with
but
that.
I don't care about it. I don't give up about all that. I'm talking about Zay. Zay's
She
not
can do
allowed
whatever
to.
she
Get,
wanna do.
okay,
No, she
that's
can
what I'm
do it.
saying because you're saying that she shouldn't be responding. Why shouldn't she? She has that right.
No, wait, she does have that right. But Xylee, let's be real here. I'm gonna be.
I don't think she had the right to say what she said about my son when they use people too. Why was that fair, Xylee?
I'm not talking about the son. I'm talking about the fact of giving her opinion about the show.
Okay.
She can give her opinion.
But actually, your son being on camera and being part of the show,
like I
they
just
have
said,
the right to say that.
like
Yeah,
I
you
just
just said. You just
like
said
I
it.
said,
You just
he's
said
a
it.
public
Okay.
figure. Like I said, he is now
Okay.
a public figure. I have no problem with it.
But my point
when
is-
why go after how I make my bag? Why do that when they do? They use
They're
what's his
allowed
name,
to.
Craig.
They're allowed to. Just like you're allowed to. You're allowed to say what you want to say. And we're allowed to respond however if you want to respond.
You're right. You can.
Exactly. So, I mean, that's what I don't understand how Zay gets heat. I mean, I can understand Zay getting heat. You didn't like what she said. Whatever.
Nope.
That's the name of the game. But to say that she shouldn't be getting involved,
I see where Xylee's coming from. Xylee. I can see where she's coming from. Same thing with the whole Zay thing. I mean, the issue is that I think Tina trapped herself in this situation. I think what she was trying to do was just keep the fighting between Queen and Rewind, or really between Gigi and Xylee, and not let it expand to others. But that's not how that works, because like, well, yeah, one person that likes you, another person that likes you, so then you get a whole heap of people that are going to come and defend their maiden. So either way, it even if Tina wanted them to not let the fight continue outwards involving other people, it's already too late. It's already too late at this point. And you know, because of that, it's like, well, because of that, you really can't win. I don't know. And you know, obviously with Gigi's son being involved now, showing his face and everything, I mean, he's technically a figure, but you gotta be careful, because once you open the gates, I mean, you can say by that logic, because Zay's boyfriend has his face is out there and everything, even if he's not in the LCU, his face is out there, he's involved in certain things, it's technically free game. And that's something you gotta be very careful. Once something becomes free game, especially in the LCU, there's no way. There's really no way you can come back for that. I'm just being honest. I'm just being truthful. Once something becomes free game.
What do you say?
Right here.
Yo, the real Poke Gaga, I love you. You saved the show tonight. Will not forget. I'm drunk. Gonna drown in sea of women. Bye.
Okay, so here's the try, because I told Keem, I went down, I said, you are not allowed to say shit to Rastoff ever again because, Poke Gaga, I love you, right? Because he just crowned for live, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then he comes back at me and goes, try me. And I said, try me. So, Keemstar, you are not allowed to ever say anything to Rastoff again because somebody crowned you and all of a sudden you love them.
Hey, you guys catch Lolcow Rewind? Whoops, I mean Queens. Thank you, Riles Davis. What was that last line, Xylee? We got a little...
sorry, I didn't pull my thing up yet. You get on Rastoff for like, I don't know, like sucking up to the crowns and to the pay pigs and shit like that. But you literally wrote on main Discord to somebody who just crowned up to you going, oh, I love you so much. You saved the show. I don't want to hear shit about Rastoff from you ever again. Well, you said try you, I'm trying you.
Did you see
Nothing.
Did you see him put the thank yous up for the pay pigs and the crowns?
Yeah, I saw that. Actually, and you know what? I think that's actually really nice that he did that.
Yeah, I remember when I did that for Rewind, then Rastov copied me, so I stopped doing it.
Gee.
I was like, oh, I'm getting copied. I'm done. Should have kept doing it. Should have kept doing it. That was a long time ago. But now it's nice to see Keem copying because we hadn't done it for so long, and now Keem's making thank yous cool again. So we're allowed to say thank you to our fans again. Nightmare.
Oh, yeah, that does mean we get to say thank you again.
Yeah. Asking him to turn on his OBS cam.
OBS?
Oh, for God's sake. I'm sorry. Hold on one second.
It's all good. CD-ROM.
All right. There it is.
How you feeling?
Sorry.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. I just thought that I'd share... Oh, yeah. Hold on one second.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh. Oh! Da-da, da-da, da-da. Boo, boo!
She made it!
I knew it was fake! I knew it! I called it! I fucking called it! I called it! I fucking called it was fake! It sounded fake when you two were fighting! I knew it was fucking fake, you fakers!
Here, I'll let her sit in front of you.
Yes, CD, Lisi, have you guys made love yet? Are you married?
I like that dress, Lisi, by the way.
You like to know, Billy?
Yes, I would. I would. Are you married? Are you in coitus? Have you had coitus?
Well, considering we're not in Vegas, I would say that's a no.
Okay. I wouldn't put it past CD-ROM to have had the papers drawn up, though. He's a diligent
I
man.
knew something was up. I knew something was up with CD because he was dressed especially nice. I'm like, why is he wearing a crisp-ass polo shirt? Why? He never comes up here looking like that.
And he was looking fresh. I was like, either he's trying to impress some new or he's got a surprise for us.
So some of it was exaggerated and manufactured, but a good portion of it was real.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did have issues with like me coming and him gaming.
What do you mean you coming?
Look at
Billy!
Stop
it! Billy! Damn it, they're being wholesome right now. Wholesome.
Driving. Me driving all the way here.
Oh, driving, like going there is what she meant.
Yeah.
So first thing first, yeah, I guess in this case, Keemstar's a bit of a hypocrite because for the longest time he would rail on Rastoff for simping to the fans and catering. You know the word I'm thinking of. He, bit of parasocial with the fans himself. Now that he's doing it, I guess it's free game. Everybody can say thank you to the fans. I mean, he did it because it was getting too excessive, but it was also because Rastoff was stealing crowns and memberships at one point. So there's that to think about. As well. But I guess everything is back on the table. Cool. Now, on the other hand, we got CD-ROM, who I think is the real focus of this. And all I can say is, hey, you got the girl. I mean, they said that it was like mostly, like he said, like they said that some of it, or at least a good percent of it, was genuine, but everything else was scripted, which makes sense, right? The gaming, the driving, a bunch of other things were clearly true, But they decided to like really ramp it up, and that's actually a pretty smart move. And honestly, who knows how long she's been there? I wouldn't be surprised if she's been there probably the whole day, or even like she's just been there the night before. You really never know. And honestly, I'm kind of happy for him. Nevertheless, like you can tell that he is genuinely happy. Now, whether or not this developed into a relationship, it's up in the air. But you can't deny that he's a happy boy. Our CD Haram is a happy boy, and you can't take that away. I mean, hell, you never know. They may pull the scripted stuff more often, but we'll have to wait and see down the line.
There we go. Because Billy's a better person than I am. All right, here we go.
I'm about to be getting 8 more $5 donos, I think. Wait, no, we only have 10 minutes left, so we probably won't get it. So yeah, if I'm not, I will not be giving apology blowjobs for sure.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah,
that's a lot of blowjobs to give, bro.
That's not a lot. Jenna Toll says, Billy, are you petting us? Yes. I'm a good petter. I really am. Dogs love me. Women love me. I pet myself on occasion. It's good. I'm a good petter.
All right, here we go.
Cats love me.
I love the.
Hello.
Hi, Tina.
Never mind. How we doing, Tina?
Hey, Buff. We're just trying to do the best job we can because I've been.
I know you are.
Wait, Tina, can I ask you something genuinely though? I'm so confused because you've been cool with Xylee up until this point, and yesterday you were dogging on her. What's up with that?
I didn't dog Xylee at all yesterday.
You did. You sat there and you said the only reason that Rewind gets views is because of Billy. You said that.
I'm not trying to be rude or confrontational. Let me speak. She's already texted me on her phone and told me she loves me. So I don't know what you're complaining about, but no, I did not. I said I was not getting in this.
And I did. I did text her and said that. And she did say what she said to me back, 100%.
This is because Gidgey feels like she doesn't get any kind of, public. She wants people to know who she is. It's not about me. I don't care who covers us and who doesn't. She feels some kind of way, right? You protect Buff. Buff protects you. That's what I'm supposed to do. No, I didn't dog either one of them.
No, I got you on that. But the thing that I'm asking you about, you said yesterday, you said Rewind only gets viewers because of Billy, didn't you? You said that.
Well, no, what I said is Rewind, really, to tell you the truth, they don't have to rewind anybody because they're always going to get supporters because of Billy. Yes, absolutely. And even Xylee said that herself. I'm not saying anything that she hasn't said herself.
Exactly. There's nothing.
I don't agree with that.
Tina,
I didn't do anything wrong.
Wait, Tina, you are phrasing it so different than the way you said it. We will play
it. I know you need to say. I know you need.
I watched the whole stream of you yesterday.
I'm not trying to fuck content. I'm just telling you.
I'm not trying to fuck your content either. I'm being genuine, Tina. I think.
Okay, I am too. I'm telling you right now that we're trying to do better shows. And Gidgey feels some kind of way because she's new to the community. And Xylee and Billy were her what do you want to call them? Not idols, but she looked up to them. And she felt some kind of way. But she did not feel any kind of way. I don't need any public outrage. I don't need anybody to know who I am. Everybody knows who I am. She felt some kind of way. So I'm sorry that you took it that way.
No. Wait, Tina. That's actually genuinely my question. So you're saying you didn't take it some type of way. So if you didn't take it some type of way, why did you ride like that and say all that shit about Xylee that you said yesterday?
Well, listen, they played it, and Xylee and Billy are not mad at all, and I didn't say anything rude, and everybody, even in their comment section, said Tina did not.
Now, I will say this, but I'm cool with Tina. I didn't see everything that Tina said because we didn't play everything. But now you're times 3.
Yeah, I just read that. Didn't like it. Gaming Monkey also said welcome to Cash Cow, but go on. Say your piece.
So that was. Yeah, no, that was it.
I thought you were going to say something about Tina.
Yeah, I didn't see everything. I went back and I saw it. But listen, I still stands true. I messaged Tina, told her I loved her. I meant it. And I'm not taking it back.
Yeah.
I love Tina.
I don't even know what to think with Gidgey is my thing. We were helping her out all week and or not all week, but with between Tina and Gidgey, like we were trying to get things working between them for a while, and I guess they're working now.
Yeah, and that's good.
They seem to be on the same page. But
that's great. Listen, this is the way I look at it. To be honest, I'm just gonna put it past me and be smarter going forward.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you definitely hit him with some shit, and I definitely was being a little like we jumped in on that Sunday stream and flipped him some shit. Whatever. Like
I was just.
And we hung out. And we hung out with him. You know, I didn't think it was a big deal, But people, I remember someone called us out on that, and it's like, well, maybe there was some type of feelings there beyond that. So maybe we did cultivate a poor working relationship. I don't know, but I did feel a little, maybe not the word betrayed, but I felt like there was some two-face action.
It just
there.
felt out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It felt out of.
So, I think the word that I think Billy is looking for is slighted. Now, I don't know what really goes behind the scenes between individual hosts. I wouldn't be too surprised that like they get into a beef, they talk it out, but they let it last a little longer than usual, just so the content is still there for them to cover. But I also think that a lot of the time that a lot of like certain hosts are more closer to each other, so they're more likely to defend them, or maybe because certain hosts do certain things out of principle, so it results in them wanting to cover for them more and more often. That's how I feel a lot of the time when we talk about the LCU. It feels like there are days where they cover each other because they have to. And I think in the case of Tina, I think she did it because of Gigi. And the relationship between Gigi and Tina is very different than the relationship to, let's say, Becky and Tina. I would say that even early on, if you do a comparison to, with Gigi somebody can unprivate all the old videos, there's a clear distinction between Gigi and Becky in terms of just general attitude, mannerism, real and faking. And I think if anything, Gigi is much more real of a person than, let's say, I would even say much more real than even Becky would ever be. But that's just an opinion of a crazy frog man would say. We still have more things to cover though.
I know. Speaking of the big board, you know what,
That's
sweetie?
right.
You take a look. Just take a look. We're gonna handle this a little bit differently now. Okay, so
I've got little sticky notes I could write names.
oh,
on
I
if want.
got something that'll make you really happy. Oh,
Make me holla.
$5 make you holla.
Yeah. Pokey Gaga with 2 says, "Why are you doing orange face?"
I know, right? So, what I gotta do? Hold on, I gotta do something real quick.
Copper does.
So,
Do you see Copper's ass? I can literally pinch it with between my 2 fingers.
so here's what we're gonna do. We
You
are
have
gonna.
a picture of it.
Yes, we do. And what's great is how Copper has his Peter meter. Oh, it's about to get wild.
Hey man, Copper ain't here, so while the cat's away, the mice will play, as they say.
No. There's no playing. There's no. Give me 1 second. I'm about to get my video up. You people, you are on my last nerve.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. Now let me tell you something. I'm in a hotel room right now in Panama City Beach. Okay. My daddy told me last week that he was coming to PCB, and I drove 6.5 hours. 6.5 motherfucking hours to get out here. I've been at that beach all fucking day right outside that fucking window. And I've been waiting for my daddy. And then I come in here. After the sun is set and my skin is burned and I fell asleep. I had drool coming down my face. This was originally nice little circles on my face. Look at it now. It looks like cock. You see that? It looks like 2 cocks coming in my... It does. That's cock and balls right there, Phantom.
Are you double dicking it?
You see that?
Are you double dicking it today?
No, I'm not fucking double. I am not fucking double dicking it. I'm not single dicking it. I'm sick and tired. I'll tell you what I am doing. I'm sick and tired of y'all. All right, now I saw. Listen here. Yeah, you, especially you, Sweet Tea. And I'll get to you in a second, okay?
I'm just gonna save my time. For the most part, it was pretty good. But holy moly, it's good to see Phantom back. I would say that much. It's good to see him back. On the other end, Shite. Honestly, I don't even know what I can say that I guess hasn't been said. Seeing the clown guy Turbo was pretty funny, interesting. But besides really all of that, I mean, there's really not much I could say, right? I really honestly don't know what I can really say. That Hopper is in there, so to me it's like, he ain't there, so it ain't really as crazy or wacky. But I think sometimes you need it to be not like that, and just kind of reel it back and just, you know, enjoy the simpler things in life. No, just me. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to Ozzy.
Day, okay? He ain't showed up, okay? Because from what I understand, he is so distraught over him trying to help you guys, and all you did is you shitted on him. My daddy's here to help you, and you shit on him? What the fuck is wrong with you people? I am getting fed up.
I will shit all over him for one, because he sucks at everything he does. He's been on the same old shtick for the past 15 years or however long it's been. And the only people who enjoy it are retards like you who try to steal his shtick. Response?
Okay, first off, I'm one of many of the clowns. I'm not stealing his shtick. Okay, my daddy taught me about how to be a feminist and how to be an SJW.
Well, he's not a feminist. He is dropping homophobic slurs on
he's bisexual. He's allowed to.
He's a feminist only when it's convenient for him. When it comes to dealing with sweet tea, he's 100% not a feminist. Doesn't matter if he's bisexual. You still don't go around dropping.
She got a dick.
Who?
Sweet Tea's got a dick. Okay, that's a guy. I'm sorry.
He's called Xylee an old bitch.
Yeah,
he's
Sweet
called
Tea
Gidgey
gave birth to a child.
Okay, I like Xylee, but was she being an old bitch? I don't know.
I don't even know what to say. Pretty entertaining, pretty long stream from the Aussie boys. Turbo made it. We had a lot of people coming in and out, and then like obviously Steak had to jump out for a little bit, for the rest of the day. Honestly, it wasn't a bad stream. Kind of enjoy that what they brought to the table for today. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you enjoy, and we're here in the weekend. And obviously, unless something really major happens, I usually don't cover the weekend stream the day after, the day after. I usually wait till Monday, but unless there's something that is very big that I have to cover, then I will. I think if anything, if I have to cover anything, I may have to go back and cover the whole iVixie thing, but that may be just a stream and not actually a video. Till next time, God bless.